Hey guys, this is Libby from Digital Designs by Libby, and today we're going to be creating our own sublimation blanks. We're going to be doing a batch of all of these goodies that you see on this table right here. You're probably asking yourself why, if they sell already sublimation ready blanks, why go through all this? Well, the biggest one is cost. There is nothing here shown that is more than 40 cents. Second reason is flexibility. The size that you want, the shape that you want, whenever you want. And let's face it, the larger the blank, the more expensive it is if it's already sublimation ready. So why not do our own? And that's what this video is all about. How you could create your own sublimation blanks that are ready whenever you're ready to design and to craft. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be doing a side-by-side comparison on how the Rust-Oleum primer, the Krylon heat, and the Waverly chalk paint came out when we actually put a design on the blanks that we prepared. Stay tuned for that. The first thing I did was I took all the blanks outside, I lined them up, and I gave them one good spray of the Krylon high heat spray. I let them dry thoroughly, and then I gave it another coat to make sure that it was completely covered. Now the next process is the lamination process. The first thing you need to do is start with parchment paper. That's really important. You need the parchment paper on the bottom. What I do first is I set at least a test just to make sure that you are exactly where you need to be as far as temperature and time so that you have a successful press. So I set my heat press to 385 for 45 seconds. That's where we're going to start it at. And then what I'm going to do is take a piece of the laminate, and we're going to then set another piece of parchment paper on top of that, and we're going to press for 385 degrees for 45 seconds, and then we'll check it. And we're done. Bear with me, I'm trying to do this one-handed. And we're just going to check to see how these came out. Now they're going to stick to the bottom, and that's fine. I just want to make sure that it is completely pressed and it is completely stuck on there, and that's exactly what we want. You see, now I have my parchment paper, I've lined up all my blanks, and now I am ready for to press. Make sure you put parchment paper on top before you press. Just a word of advice, when you're doing batches like this, make sure that they are all the same thickness. If you notice here, the X's are for these panels that I picked up from the Dollar Tree. Those are thicker, and then the other ones are metal tags, which are thinner. So when doing a batch, make sure that they're all the same thickness so you have no pressure points. Now that we finished with our wood batch, we're going to go on to the metal. And of course, I'm always trying to streamline my workflow, so I decided to do front and back. Start by putting down your parchment paper, then put your laminate shiny side down, because remember it's on the back, and then another layer of laminate on top of that, shiny side up. Put your parchment paper, and we're going to press for 385 for 45 seconds. Once that's done, we take a little peek and we see what's going on so far. And I noticed that the metal one that had no coating on it worked fine, but the other one that is coated or painted needed a little bit more time. So I cut off the tag that was good, and I repressed it for another 20 seconds. and that did the trick. So for the metal tags, 385 for 60 seconds is the time to go with. So the last step is just to trim and sand the edges so that they're nice and smooth, and now they're just ready for our design and sublimation. Take down our design, and now we're going to press them all at the same time so we could have a fair test and assessment. Again, 385 for 45 seconds. Medium pressure. Okay, let's take a quick look to see how this came out. And the colors turned out gorgeous. Okay, so this is the final results. It seems to me that all three of them have really good coverage, really good color. This is the primer. This is the high heat spray. And this is the one with the Waverly chalk paint. Just regular chalk paint. Of the three, I think the primer one seems to have a smoother finish to it. So that's it. Let me know what you think. Yep. And that's it, folks. Now I have all these goodies ready for my next sublimation project. If you like this video, please like below, and better yet, subscribe to my channel for some upcoming projects. Thanks, and happy crafting from Digital Designs by Libby.